Okay, you can start.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ibrahim Saleh. Today we will talk about English. The story is Interpreter of Maladies. So, an Interpreter of Maladies, Unit Wing, practicing story outcomes using evidence. Number two, make a connection between story and my life. Three, speak with the group before writing the answer in our own words. The last one is speak with the tutors to check our ideas and writing. The subject knowledge and the subject skills and English skills that I learned in Interpreter of Maladies unit in English class had an impact me because it will help me in future. One ideas I learned more about in this unit was a vocabulary identity. This means the identity means who you are or where are you from. I learned about Interpreter of Maladies in my English class. Impact me knowledge in several ways. I learned more about the identity when I read the story in the class. Like the last story, it's third and final connect. The identity shows who you are or where are you from. Like in the story, Mr. Daz from America and he go to his home country, India. Learning more about this impact me because it's important for me to learning about identity because it shows who you are or where are you from, and this important for everyone. Evidence, now I can understand the story when I read it and I can find the identity in the story. This helped me a lot because sometimes when I read the story alone, I don't understand the story, but when I read and talk together, I can understand more and help me to find more ideas. One ideas I learned more about the unit was simulation. The simulation means when you change yourself or your clothes or your food or your language to be similar with the other people. I learned about Gambaha Alahir. The simulation, it's when I came to USA, I need to talk the English, this language. Learning more about the impact me because this important for everyone and it changed my life. The evidence, like when I come to USA, it changed my life, my language, my food, my clothes, everything. The simulation means when someone change his life to be similar with the other people, like Mr. Daz when he moved to USA and he changed his life, his everything. Yeah. Okay. One idea I learned more about in this unit was identifying example of a vocabulary words in a story. This means to find out something. How to find something of the words. Or how to find the meaning of the words. I learned more about this identifying example of vocabulary evidence. I know a lot of words like action. This is important for me because it helps me to understand what the people means in English. One skill I learned more about in this unit was make connection using adverbs. This means make connection with your life and find the similar between the story and your life. When I come to USA, I don't speak English. And speak English now. I know how it's hard to learn English to learn English or different language in this fast. I try to speak English, but it's hard for me. Learning more about that impacted me because it changed my life and made me think about my future. Evidence, like when I came to USA, I didn't know the English, and my brother translated for me, just like Mr. Gas. After you explain your impact, one idea I learned more about in this unit was speaking with a group before writing answer and our own words. This means when you talk together before when you do something to know more ideas. This means when we sit together with the group and we talk and we share the ideas before when we write something to understand more. Learning more about this impacted me because it helped me to understand more, to share the ideas together. The evidence in it's when I read any story, I don't understand more things. But when I read in the school with my friend and talk together, I understand more. One idea I learned more about in this unit was speak with the tutors to check our ideas and writing. This means the tutors come to school and check our answer to help us and find the answer for the question. Learning more about this impacted me because it helped me to find the answer to have good grade in English and finish my essay. Evidence tutors help me to make sure that I am doing in the right way. Before I learned about interpreter of melodies in English class, I don't know a lot of words or what's mean identify or simulation in the first. I can't speak English. However, now I'm able to speak English and know what's mean identity, or some words in my language. Now it is better. This important for me because I learning a lot of words in English and how to speak with the other people to change my life. And thank you for your listening.
Thank you, Ibrahim. So we're going to ask you some questions now. If you want to look on the pink paper, we're asking questions, your own question, your own idea, or you can use the questions from Interpreter of Melodies questions in the bottom part of the pink paper if you want to ask one of these questions. So let's hear a question from everyone in the group here, please. Does everyone have the paper? Let's see. There's one more. Who wants to start?
Okay. So I have one question. It says, What was similar and what was different about the themes of the histories that you read?
What the similar?
What was similar and what was different about the two histories that you read?
The similar in the both story. Yeah. The similar is the both story. It's the people. The people in the same country, and like Mr. Daz and Mr. and the man in the other story in the third and final connect. They're from India, and the different is Mr. Daz. He moved from America to India.
Okay.
And the man he moved from India to USA. This is the difference.
Okay.
Why it was useful to speak with your brother before answering questions?
So, and this,
Can you say again?
Why it was helpful
yeah,
to speak with your group first before writing your answer?
yeah, because when we talk together in the group, we understand more and chill with the ideas and.
Thank you. You did it.
No, no. Okay. Let's have some more questions.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What is citation and why is important?
Yeah, citation. Citation. What is citation?
Citation.
So I'll help you a little bit. So citation is like, remember in my room, like on top of the board in the front of the room, I have an example.
Yeah.
Do you remember this thing on the wall
Yeah.
in my room? There's
Kuma or
the example that shows. So what is that? What does that show? And why do we use it?
Do you remember?
Do you remember the example on my wall? What is an example? What does the example show? So it shows like a part of the story, right? There's one sentence from the story,
Yeah.
and it has the quotation marks, right? The little.
Yeah. This means that when we write something and we do the question mark, it means that what we write is from the story.
Aha, good. Okay, good. And then yes. So now the citation is the part after. So what is the part after? So the part from the story with the quotation marks.
Yeah.
And then what comes after this? Remember in the parentheses, we use the parentheses. Go like and then something in the middle, some information,
The name of story or
the name of the story, and one more thing.
the question or
The name of the story inside the parentheses, and one more thing.
page. The page.
The page number, right? Okay, okay, good. So, a little bit of help from that one, that's good. Okay, so. Aha, hello. No problem, thank you for coming. Okay, you can have a seat wherever you're comfortable. And let's have another question. So, you said that you made connections with your life, and you explained like your brother helped translate for you, like similar to like Mr. Kapasi translate in the story. Are there any other connections that you saw with your life and the story?
The connection is like when he go to the other country, he need to change his food or his clothes or like me. When I come to here, I change everything.
Yeah, can you say more details? So what did he change in the story, and what did you change in your life? Well, maybe you can just tell us, in your life, what did you change? You said you changed your clothes and your, so what was your clothes like before you came to United States? Ah, okay, so you didn't
but
change.
it's different.
So what did you change? Did you change something?
Yeah. I can't explain now. I don't know what's his name. Yeah. It's
Okay,
My country clothes.
okay. Not the clothes, okay. Let's see.
But the woman, when they come to USA, she need to change his clothes or something like this.
Okay, so it's different for women and men sometimes? Okay, From your country, the women wear different clothes.
Yeah.
And when they come to America, yeah. Can you tell us something specific that the tutors did to help you? Like what? Something specific, something like an idea that they helped you to understand, or a...
They help me to understand the story or
Which part?
and the third and final connect or something like this. They helped me to know what's mean the assimilation because before I didn't know what's mean. So they helped me to know.
Okay. Good. More questions? One last question, please.
What was the most challenging about living interpreter Mali?
The most challenging in the interpretive humanities. Can you see the question again?
What was the most hard
The most hard
Yeah.
or
about living interpreter Mali?
it's the most hard in to reading.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's to find what's mean every word. So I'm new in the USA, so I need to know every word and work hard.
Okay. Thank you, Ibrahim.
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys can write down a few notes.